I had to go with Dark on this one, but it was a very, very difficult choice.
Yeah, I went for Dark for sure.
And Daehyun went for Dark too, so I'm sure we're going to be right.
Oh, we have to be, considering how far ahead he is at the moment.
Yeah. I thought they said my name back there. I was freaking out. I'm like, are they talking about me? Yeah, this has definitely been a bit of a tougher round for me predictions-wise. Kanata and me are kind of down there at the bottom, not doing so well.
I mean, me and Brendan aren't that much further up, so I don't know. It's been a tricky one.
It definitely has. There's
been
a lot of upsets
from Germany and stuff too. I'm like not paying attention as much as I would want to.
Sure.
So,
yeah. Well, I think your predictions are pretty reasonable, but it's just like big upsets, man.
Well, here we go. Stats, you know, we weren't sure about him, but look at that, 5-0 against Zerg. He is a fantastic player, one of KT's best in Pro League for sure.
Not 100% sure, but I think he has the best record of all KT players right now, like win ratio wise. Like 14-5, I don't think anyone is better win percentage than that.
Yeah.
For games played. Like Zest has more wins than him, I think by like 1 or 2, but is like really even. He's like 16-12 or something like that.
Something horrible, something not nearly as impressive. And I mean, Dark 3-4 against Predos. That's not too impressive either.
Yeah, and I think on the opposite side of things, even though his record is decent overall, like I think he might have the worst record for the top SK players in like ratio wins. If you look at like Classic, Innovation, Dream, like they have insane ratios.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. Bit of opposites here for these teams and players, but still one of the best Zergs we got in the world. So it's really up to him if he's brought his A game. He can be the best player in the world, or you know, he can be one of the average-looking Zerg players.
All right, well, looks like it's starting, guys. Can stats bring us to the ace match, or is Dark going to close it out? Down here to the bottom of the map, in red, it's Stats. The last hope for KT. He needs a win.
Up here in the north, for SKT 1. Dark.
Dark, one of the more famous players for just playing uniquely.
I do love his style. I certainly do.
And another thing, you know, just to, like, I'd say consider going into this match is Dark, definitely a player who has been doing very well recently. Like, I'd say, you know, not so much in like individual leagues, but he did really well in the Kespa Cup. You know, he's qualified for that tournament. He gets fielded pretty consistently. So I feel like his results don't really speak for what like his team has faith in him for, because if you're putting him out this much, and even if he's not having the best results, you keep fielding him, it means that they're looking at Dark and they're like, you know what, it's actually better to put Dark out than to put a jet-lagged Innovation. Like, it's actually better to put Dark out than to put a jet-lagged Sue. That says something about what the coach is feeling about him, how confident he is in his skills.
Yeah, I mean, it also, it might be that, like, Dark does so well in practice. He's, like, actually, like, could be leading the way in terms of, like, results. But he just has these problems when he comes out here in Pro League that he just can't get the wins that they think he deserves to get.
Yeah,
I think that's a lot of the problems that we do see, especially with some of the older players like Terra, for instance. That kid from Prime who, like, won once after he cheesed someone in a mirror match. But besides that, like, apparently he was a top ladder player. Like, apparently he was a top 16 ladder player.
Yeah.
Can't get a win in Pro League to save his life.
So we are going to see this heavy drone blocking here with actually pretty impressive control. We'll eventually get the Nexus first down, but we see Dark takes the goal base, and this is the kind of play I expected to see from Dark on this map. Dark has actually shown us speedling all-ins on this map. He's shown us just all sorts of aggressive all-in type play. The goal base doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be all-in, but it goes against the grain. It's definitely not your most standard play.
It applies a lot more pressure in the early game. It's like, okay, he's got this huge, you know, economic boost at this point. Very smartly from Stats going into that Forge. Going to create a lot of problems for Dark.
Yeah, you know, if he gets his tight wall up, boom, there it is. This is a problem. This is a big problem. I don't think he can actually stop this.
No, it looks like he might have to give it up to go for another base.
He needs to do so soon. Probably going to wait for the cannon first.
Yeah, wants him to commit to it. Oh, and squeezes his way out too. That's beautiful. Beautiful play from
Stats, like, is in a great position here. He's going to have to cancel that base. I was about to say, I can't even believe he's having those drones hit on that. Now we can just cancel the cannon and just laugh at him.
We'll probably keep it alive just so we can protect those pylons and forever deny that gold base until later on in the game. It'd make a lot more sense.
Yeah. Dark is going to double expand with those extra minerals from the cancel, but the tempo advantage that this gives to Stats is massive because Alizurg's on one base is missing a lot of larvae. He's missing all that extra mining time. He sent several drones to the base that were losing mining time as well. This is just all around a pretty big lead to Stats at this point. Even though he spent, 450 minerals on that cannoning, it was absolutely worth it.
Yep. I think completely worth it. You secure a base, you just force a nearly completed hatchery to cancel. Certainly a lot of momentum. Not a game-winning sort of move, but still, it does a lot of economic damage.
I was just like insecurely doing math in my head. I'm like, no, 350 actually.
Yeah, I wasn't going to correct you. I'm going to say whatever you say. Well.
I am literally the worst at math out of all esports commentators that's ever been in the world.
Oh, you're fine, mate. It should actually cost 250 for that cannon, by the way.
Well, imagining how much like a spine crawler costs, basically 150 because it costs you the drone, but then you lose the drone forever. So it's a bit of a different cost, right? Like,
yeah. All right. Well, from here, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Stats going to Oracle. Not a bad sort of move after you've done a lot of slowed down the progression of queens in every base, or economy in general. Like, you're gonna have a lot of more momentum than you normally would, and beyond that, secures your third base a lot easier, as it always does. But look at that, a very quick +1 to open things up here. He can go for that Stargate anytime too if he wants to.
He canceled it. Ling's like, I'm calling you on your BS, man.
Mind games.
Really interesting.
It's like, I'm in your head, bro. This Ling saw everything.
He can't really add tech right now because the Overlord's going to see it. Is he just going to add a third base? Whoa, that's pretty cool.
So. Wow.
It's pretty greedy.
Yeah, I guess it makes sense too, though. Clearly, Dark was in a pure greed mode. Like, he wasn't going to get his gases anytime soon either. He can probably get away with this.
The thing is, so let's talk about, theorycraft this for a minute. If Dark wanted to punish this, he would have to know about it basically immediately because his bases are so late, he had less larvae, so he's immediately thinking to himself in his head, like, I got a drone, I got to catch up, I'm so behind. And with the situation he's in now, he makes a bunch of drones, which means he doesn't have any larvae to make attacking units. So even if he knows about this, he can't punish it easily. And on top of that, he just simply doesn't know about it. His Overlord can come check it right now, and that's what is happening. You can see it on the minimap, but he's got a roach swarm. It looks like with the Overlords he's making, it looks like he wants to make a ton of roaches, but there's already cannons set up here, a lot of gateways being added. This is going to be tough to punish. What do you think?
It really is, a hard move to punish this one. I mean, there isn't many gateway units out just yet. Only two sentries and a stalker, that's for sure. Besides that, those 3 gateways are finishing up. They're going to be the production that he needs to help defend him against any sort of timing. 11 roaches on the way, plus speed nearly finishing. He certainly is gearing up for that. Certainly not the easiest fight to go for there.
Yeah, it looks like he wants to, he wanted to do something with those Lings. He was hoping he could get a run by, maybe force some sentries to use some force fields, but this is pretty all in. He really needs to punish this.
Speaking of all in, I mean, look at the 3 more gateways going down for Stats at this point. I feel like he's going for a bit of an all in himself. Look at this. He's moving out the map with these sentries, though. It's going to create at least force a recall, which is actually a huge thing because there's going to be no photon overcharge.
Yep, that Mothership Core with only 132 energy. Dark is dodging this so hard. Now he's going to try to engage this. Here we go. On top of the sentries. So many roaches. He loses 4 sentries and recalls.
He cannot afford that. There's only 3 sentries now.
Yeah, there's like nothing left in here. These sentries are weak. He's just going to try to go into the main base. Position. He does eventually wiggle it back into position there. These gateways need to be put into warp gate mode right away. He needs all the production he can get right now. He's got 600 minerals. He needs to spend them. So many roaches.
Oh, so many gateways. They're all finishing up as well. Is he going to work in the front or the natural? He's kind of splitting up his army. I wonder if he should be committing to one, not both.
I think he should be, right? He's going to break through the main, but he needs to get those roaches out of the way. He's blocking his own Lings from actually reinforcing. But with no Nexus cannon here, it's tough to defend. Okay, now he just needs to get those roaches out of the way. There they go. And now he's in with a ton of roaches here. But Stats got a lot of warp-ins. He's just warping in right into the fight, though, and he's losing too much.
He does have a lot of warp-ins. If he had got rid of the remaining roaches, you know, 5 roaches aren't too many, but they're enough to stop the reinforcements of Zealots. Because these are +1 Zealots at this point, only link reinforcements for Dark. They can get cleaned up.
GG.
Wow.
Dark, man, he made it work. Such great hiding of that build. Just hiding until the last second, engaging on an army, taking away the photon overcharge, killing 4 sentries. And I feel like Stats panicked a lot there. Some of his warpins were right into the fight, right on top of roaches. They just one-shot the Zealots as they were warping in.
His recall was way too late as well, you know. You cannot afford to lose, you know, multiple sentries when you get surrounded by Zerglings like that. Massive mistake. Just not paying attention.
Dark was super paying attention, and SKT will take the win, only dropping a single set. Just one.
The first set they've lost so far this round.
Yep.
Ruthless. These guys are in such great form right now.
Now, think of a crazy thought here. We have to take a look at the current standings after this, but Prime has, I feel, their best chance ever tonight to take a win. If KT loses and Prime wins, like, it gets closer to a possible scenario where Prime is ahead of KT Rolster.
That's so scary. That's like mind-blowingly demoralizing if I've ever seen something so bad happen. I mean, no offense to Prime, but they are just playing so bad this year.
Yeah,
so bad this round.
By far. I don't even count them as a team now. They're the bonus round.
That's so mean.
Well, let's be real. Zest takes the first win. He actually shuts Dream down super hard. Dream showing a weakness in this matchup, but then Sorry, with somewhat of an upset over Flash, and then Classic and Dark beating TY and Stats. And we don't even see that Terraform match. So KT bringing us a decent showing. I just feel like Flash really dropped the ball, and Dark caught Stats off guard there. Classic versus TY. TY played an interesting game. He didn't play badly. I just feel like
it was interesting. Just he fell to the DTs essentially. Dark Templar did the damage.
Yeah, all three players, Flash, TY, and Stats, to a certain extent,